Yo, this is breaking news. Ripple Prime breaks ground in the U.S. today with the launch of digital asset spot prime brokerage capabilities, allowing clients to execute OTC spot transactions across the most prominent digital assets and stablecoins, including XRP and RLUSD. Dude, I was just wrapping up a video doing the news, and I go, do we have any breaking news right now? It's so early because daylight savings, and then I refresh, fucking bang. Holy crap, dude. Hey, the price is up 1 cent. The price is up 1 cent from that announcement, which was only like 10 minutes ago. Dude, this is crazy town, USA. Holy crap. Ripple launches digital asset spot prime brokerage for the United States market. Holy shit. Holy crap. What did I say? What did I say? Not that I'm Nostradamus or whatever his name is, Novostro. Dude. After that Coinbase and Citi announcement, I said, bro, obviously with Ripple Swell coming up, they are going to drop some. This isn't even the Swell Conference. The Swell Conference starts tomorrow. We're going to be covering it. Like, comment, subscribe, notifications. We're going to be coming, pay attention this week. Dude, I knew they were going to drop their balls right on the table, man, right in front of Coinbase. Yeah, you partner with Citi. Citi's our bitch. Bang. San Francisco, November 3rd. Ripple. Financial. Let me change this. Ripple, mother fricker. Ripple, a financial technology company that offers crypto solutions for businesses, today announced the launch of a digital asset spot prime brokerage capabilities for the United States market. US-based institutional clients are now able to execute OTC spot transactions across dozens of the most prominent digital assets, including XRP and RLUSD. This is fucking huge, bro. Following the acquisition of multi-asset prime brokerage Hidden Road, Ripple has combined its licenses with Hidden Road's solutions under Ripple Prime, providing new capabilities where institutions can seamlessly access foreign exchange FX, digital assets, derivatives, swaps, and fixed income. The launch of OTC spot execution capabilities complements our existing suite of OTC and cleared derivatives services in digital assets and positions us to provide U.S. institutions with a comprehensive offering to suit their trading strategies and needs, said Michael Higgins, International CEO, Ripple Prime. Yo, shout out Ripple Prime, dude. With this launch, Ripple Prime's U.S.-based clients can cross-margin OTC spot transactions and holdings with the rest of their digital asset portfolio, including OTC swaps and CME futures and options. Hidden Road was acquired by Ripple in October 2025 and is now Ripple Prime. Holy crap. Dude, what did I just... I said I do not believe in coincidences. The video is going to be all mishposh because after this segment, it's going to be the beginning of the video where like I'm just covering all the crazy news stories. We just watched the 2 videos of Trump on 60 Minutes. He hasn't done an interview in forever. Comes on finally and is basically saying to the world, we're very far ahead in crypto. I want crypto to thrive. I'm here. I ride or die for crypto. We know he does because his pockets and his son's pockets have been getting fat. But in terms of like just letting the industry actually do its thing and getting the F out of their way, seems like very well timed for November. The ISO messaging going live. They just launched this. I can't believe this, dude. Wow, that's huge. That's huge, man. Oh my God, I didn't even like that announcement. You kidding me? Go like that announcement, bro. Come on now. Yo, follow me on X, Economic Mike, or at eMike34278. I repeat. Holy. Ripple just unlocked the next phase for XRP. Prime brokerage U.S. institutions cannot yet. What the fuck is he talking about? This isn't hype. This is infrastructure. That's true. The road to $1,000 starts with one thing. Access. All right. I mean, yet again, like, I don't know. When people talk about, let's talk about, I don't know, like $10 first. How about that? Like a little bit more realistic. I try to be real, not to say in the future, which yet again, like if they're laying this groundwork to be the dominant players right now, or at least one, if not the most dominant, dude, they are positioning and people still point to the XRP ledger activity being nowhere near, not even close to something like a Solana. And that's what a lot of these debates are, is like, is XRP actually used anywhere? And there's this guy on YouTube, Jake Clever, and he was talking about the DTCC partnering with R3 to have like a blockchain-based solution stuff going on. And there are ties from Ripple and R3 because back in the day, R3 basically wanted an options contract on XRP to buy at a good price. But then apparently Ripple and them had a lawsuit. You never really figured out what the end result of that was, and that's kind of been hush-hush ever since. So that's their connection. I don't think we know too much beyond that. And the guy on YouTube, Jake whatever, was trying to say that DTCC already had partnered with the XRP ledger and anything. I can't find anything that says that. I couldn't. But they have connections to Ripple, but loose connections. Nothing that ever seemed too concrete to say that definitively, especially when you can't even really find it. This guy to the moon. It's crazy, bro. When we're in this market now, look at this. And we're still sitting at 241 after an announcement like that. You know something's wrong. I mean, come on. Does no one's what's going on here? Honestly, I think they've drained the populace so much of money that I don't think, we're not going to move this market. We need the institutional money now. That's the next phase. I think they've literally sucked us dry, the average person. There's a reason we got those the COVID booms and everything, because they were giving people the stimulus checks or whatever, and people were just throwing it hey, crypto is going to make $100 on fucking bonk, all this shit. That helped. That helped to boost this market. But yeah, at this point, we need the institutional money. I don't think they can't. I don't think, dude, they wiped us out. Well, not me, because I don't mess with that leverage shit. But that last flash crash, bro, they just announced the launch of the Prime brokerage. What do you think they are going to be covering when Swell comes? They have everybody there. JP, the names we say a billion times, but get it through your head. Fidelity, BlackRock, Citi, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, JP Morgan. I don't know if I said that, MasterCard, people from the White House. What do you think they're going to be on stage talking about? Oh, dude, hey, we have this product now. You can do this, you can do this, you can do this. It's fantastic. It helps here, it'll save you here. They're going to be fucking showing that product off like crazy. They're going to be getting it out to the world that, hey, we have the solution now. Look, hey, you see JP Morgan, whoever with us, hey, we're on the same page here. We're trying to make something work. This is massive. All right, I think I'm going to cut here, and then it's going to go to the start of the video, but there's still important stories. This week is crazy. We have a massive week coming in. Jim Cramer started it off on the 31st of October. Very discouraging close. Got to wait until Monday for a bounce. But what a month. And what do we know about Jim Cramer? Always inverse the Cramer, because the market, as of a couple of hours ago, is, down even more. Despite all the bullish catalysts and everything going on, everyone keeps pointing to November being the month it takes off. And I keep saying last year, November 4th, 5th, boom, it skyrocketed. What's November 4th, 5th this year? Ripple, Swell, all the major players. We don't know. There's just so much going on. Trump even announced the trade deal. A little bit of details on that between them and China. That didn't move the market. We're all still going down. So, I mean, in the face of everything going right and we're still going down, I don't know. That kind of tells me something. Could be delusional. I don't think so. Here we go. The boy back on 60 Minutes. Let's see what he has to say.
Now, China's getting into it very big right now. If you want to go after people, you're going to kill that industry, and it'll be very bad. Tremendous number of jobs. I campaigned positively on crypto, very openly. I campaigned.
Yeah, you're
Biden
pro-crypto,
campaigned
all right.
Against it. When Biden found out that I was getting...
That is true, but yet again, I think it's all part of the world stage. It just all worked out too perfectly.
100% of the crypto vote, which was a lot. He switched totally, and he went in favor of crypto. They went totally in favor. They had many people under indictment. They let them all go. You know that. Many people were under indictment. Biden was a corrupt president. Biden went all in on crypto at the very
They all are. Come on.
Because he thought he could get
Everybody
some votes.
is.
It didn't work.
He
They
is.
voted for me. I went at the very end because he thought he could get some votes. It didn't work. They voted for me. I want to make crypto great for America. That's the only thing. I don't want to have somebody else have crypto and have China be number one in the world in crypto. Because in crypto, it's a kind of an industry where basically you're going to have number one and you're not going to have a number two. And right now we're number one by a long shot. I want to keep it that way. The same way
we are ahead, I think.
one with AI, we're number one with crypto. And I want to keep it that way.
Just as my brain's going, the coffee's going this morning. The AI race, I think, is still arguably up in the air. It does seem like we're in the lead, but I think you could have one kind of breakthrough with that and then maybe catch up. Maybe that's just my mind. Crypto, I do think they are setting the stage with that the U.S. stablecoin thing and tearing down bricks and everything. But the positions on the other side is like things are moving into motion where like if people did want to trade tokenized gold, and you know, a lot can happen in just a couple of years if we haven't noticed. Paul Barron, yet again, Ripple swell. Guys, subscribe, hit the like button, comment on this video. It helps out in the algorithm, and because we're going to be covering Ripple swell, so be coming back on these days. The speaker lineup tells you everything about Ripple strategy. November 4th to 5th in New York City isn't just another crypto conference. What the speakers reveal about what's coming. Some of the people we got on stage. People from BlackRock, NASDAQ, BNY, Citi, FTI, Franklin Templeton, the White House. There's even more, dude. Fidelity, Kraken, Robinhood. Literally almost all of the industries are going. It's insane. JP Morgan, you got someone from them going. This isn't crypto, people. This is real finance. What BlackRock plus Franklin on stage means both have filed / are filing XRP ETF applications, getting crowded, but they will be significant players. You don't put ETF applicants on stage at an issuer event unless you are very confident. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that, because yet again, there's been a lot of points being brought up surrounding Ripple. Like, we all know Ripple is different than XRP. Ripple's the business. They've been trying to utilize XRP. Whatever, we know the story. So people do make good points that they could just be like fancying with Ripple and not really have anything to do with the XRP side of things. But everyone says the business and the ledger go hand in hand. But people got to hedge their bets getting too excited about that. Now, do I think that's very most likely? I don't think BlackRock. Franklin Templeton's supposed to go live mid-November, unless they push it again, which they could, which is asinine that they keep doing this. We just finally had one or two, like Bitwise and some other XRP spot ETF. They finally swapped the listing for the applicant to revert to like a 1933 rule that gets them to bypass, so it just goes down on a clock. So now when the clock runs out, it's going live, which I think lined up around mid-November, unless the SEC comes back and government's back in session and then they do something. Never underestimate their ability to screw the average person. Never. Never! Yo, this is crazy. This is the stock market crash of 2008 during the 2008 financial crisis. I was just watching clips from The Big Short. Great movie, a lot to take in if you're not familiar with the lingo, but you should learn the lingo.
It's the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
From the financial capital of the world, the opening bell is going to ring.
Everything's burning.
Say a lot of their customers are freaked
They're
out.
screaming in the back.
How low the Dow will go. They're focused on the Dow, not so focused on OPEC. Yes, OPEC did cut production by 1.5 million barrels per day.
Really, you're seeing just broad-based declines across all of the major technology sectors. Apple,
like people, bro. I mean, whoa. Now looking at this, I mean, like, yeah, the markets do cover this when the market's been pulling back and shit, but.
Under pressure.
I mean, I think we've been doing worse than this.
Yahoo down 8.5%.
I mean, no, we're at all-time highs, so I can't even say that.
May well lengthen the period of weak economic performance and further increase the risk to growth.
Can't look at it after you buy.
Dude, it's insane. These people, man, they are not like me and you. They are built different, not in like a superior way, but in a way that's like they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They do not care. Nate Geraci, like a Pokemon. Sometime in the next 2 weeks, I expect the launch of first spot XRP ETFs. There's already been a spot live though, but just people don't have the the eyes on it. So I don't know. We already have one. SEC had open litigation against Ripple for past 5 years up until 3 months ago. In my opinion, was it really 3 months ago? October, November. Wait, what? October? Wait, whoa. August, September, October. Oh my God, it really has only been about 3 months. That's insane. Wow. I didn't even take in consideration how that feels like that saga's been over for a while, because like we've known it's been over, but until the pen actually hit the paper, wow, they really have been held back this whole time. Wow. Dude. Like, I know a lot of these like pro Solana guys, whatever, they freak out because they're like, oh my God, like XRP investors are they don't know anything. They're so fucking stupid and this and that. But it's like, I don't know. I'm not looking through these events happening through the lens of solely that. Like the fact that they line up with so many major things for this new, ISO 222 people like there's so much crap that goes around about that. Oh, the tokens aren't ISO 222 compliant. From what I've gathered, is it's a messaging standard that by November whatever, all the banks have to basically talk that language. And from my understanding, XRP along with other ones like XLM and stuff, they can be basically meddled with to fit that standard and be interoperable with that system. That, to my knowledge. So I don't know how that wouldn't make XRP technically, I guess, ISO 222 compliant. Maybe it's just the language, but the ledger can interact with that new system. The fact that it lines up with that, yet again, I don't think it's going to be a necessarily flip of the switch moment that people freak out when you say those dates, but it's like, there's just a lot of stuff moving. The ETFs go around literally that exact time. Like, why? Yeah, this dude's account, Fishy Catfish, I don't even know. I think he's a pro Chainlink guy, but he I don't know if he uses AI or something to write these rants. He says he doesn't, but I don't know. He writes like essays freaking out about other projects. Like he just did one fighting with David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple. They're going back and forth. XRP's fucking useless. It hasn't been used. And he brings up valid points, dude. Him and this other guy just watched the X Space 4 from the Solana team, Vidu. I don't know what his name is, his actual name. I just did a video covering that drama too. Things have been heating up and people have been bringing up, hey, fucking valid points. Like, I'm not oblivious to the fact. I don't treat it like a religion. I'm not oblivious. It's just yet again, I think my money, first of all, I've done well with it as an investment already, and I kind of see like the chess move kind of playing out. I know they freak out. Oh, the conspiracy theory. The whole market essentially is, like it's just placing bets what you think is gonna succeed or do well in the future. We don't even have legislation yet, and people are freaking out that like, oh, we already have our picked choose winners. We already have the winners. It seems like it. It definitely does, because I feel that way about XRP and Ripple in the future. I think their future looks bright. I think Solana's future looks bright. I don't know about Bitcoin and Ethereum necessarily. If I'm like being totally honest. It's yet again the weird contexts of like they have these two poster men that they parade on the news all the time of Michael Saylor and Tom Lee. And they're just buy, you never sell. It's going to 300,000 by year end, 300,000. When people are shoving that down your throat, but their bags are filled and they directly benefit from you buying, does that not, like, I guess that's any type of market, but when you got CNBC shoving it in your face all the time, and then you look at the recent thing I just watched of Tom Lee on stage with Brad and I think the CEO of Circle and stuff, it's just, he's sitting there and Brad he's speaking like Voldemort's name into existence. He's like, oh, I just think utility is going to kick in over the next 16 years. And then that's kind of where all the money's going to go with, like, if you can actually get real utility in use. And Tom Lee was like said nothing. Skirt, I'm going to go over here. Oh, yeah, we just got word in from the prince. Looks over. Basically told him to screw. So this guy is a pro Chainlink maxi. When does that value directly accrue to link holders? That's one of the tenets, right? So this guy's arguing with him, saying the same thing everyone says about every token, the XRP, everything. They're like, oh, if it's so useful and this and that, why the hell is it down 47%? Bro, the whole market's down. I don't know why people keep picking and choosing. The whole market is down. Except Zcash, I think, was pumping. And when you see that, odds are it's sketch city. So always be wary of that. And yeah, so this guy goes, it's the only green candle coin today. Looks like Chainlink's working. And you go down the list, it's up 0.04%. He's bragging about it being up fucking 0.04%. And then this guy goes, 0.04%, well done. Like, what the fuck? These people, man. Oh, here we go, Peter Schiff. What's Peter Schiff want? Bro, he's got to go back into his cave. Bitcoin is now back below its high from January 2025. In contrast, the NASDAQ and gold are 18% and 42% above their respective January highs. Given all the Bitcoin hype since Trump's inauguration, why has Bitcoin made no progress despite the rise in both risk on and risk off assets? I mean, he's got a point. But I just think since we're so in this whole story, yet again, doesn't even mean we know everything. I don't claim to know anything. It's just trying to figure out, like the rest of us. I think it's being held back until the big guys get in. It seems obvious as day. Does it not? I like the big guys obviously have been, which is crazy too. The fact that the big guys can buy OTC and in dark pools and shit, so like the whales can just get in and it doesn't affect the market price and us plebs are paying a different price. It's insane how corrupt everything is. It's so wild. Yeah, apparently this has been going on too. I've been seeing a couple of different like XRP Maxi or whatever, just XRP, like the YouTubers and shit getting taken down. And there's like that now they're all like, this is kind of weird because they have literal scams up on YouTube. They literal like BlackRock, Ripple, we're giving you free XRP, which they're not. Fucking beyond scam. I don't know who falls for that. And yeah, but they're taking down YouTubers. So guys, like, subscribe, comment, notification. But if you want to keep up with me, you follow me on X, Economic Mike, or at eMike3427. Yeah, and join the Patreon because we definitely have to mitigate the risk because I've built YouTube channels before, but like with this, we got to mitigate the risk big time because there's a lot of things I'm sure people wouldn't want being said. This was interesting. New RLUSD Ripple stablecoin is nearing a 900 billion market cap in under a year. For comparison, Tether took over a year to hit that milestone. That's impressive, although the landscape is much more, like legitimized now. I mean, we're at that point, dude. Since 2017, to the battle to get this industry to essentially make it an industry. It was the fucking Wild West before. It still is now. But until we get those laws in, I think that's what's going on. I think before they realize their fun is up. Their fun and ability to mess with the average person in terms of like just get all their money. Pump, dump, pump, dump, 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 pump, dump, dump. Literally take us on a ride. And then in the end, when they were like, we kind of milk this thing to the dud. Now we get lost. And then I think things kind of hopefully stabilize a little bit. It still is a bit of the Wild West. But that's good. That's what we want to see. Yet again, these anti-soul people just freaking out. The stablecoin, all stablecoins replace XRP's utilization. It's like, okay, but I think Ripple, yet again, I'm basing this on like what I think happens in the future, bro. That's what it is. I think Ripple positions themselves. We see them positioning themselves so beautifully, so elegantly. And then I think they're gonna, they got the customers now. So we're gonna give you the solution to your problems. You're our customer. Why wouldn't we do that? And then they build from there. They get the bank license. Then I think they allow people to like get that FDIC type insurance, and they can hold and loan your XRP, and they can loan you XRP, JP Morgan, whoever. I think they might maybe strike some deals. I could see it happen. Strike some deals. JP Morgan, Bank of America. Hey, we're going to provide this. You can go there. Try to solve their the problem with all the stable coins arising. All the private ones is like the banks particularly, they don't want to give up control at any capacity. Because at any capacity, I think they're benefiting their... it's just another problem. It's just another headache when like there is a solution that can be implemented. People say that problem is solved by Chainlink. This one seems like it has more context to what he was saying. The other one was cut too short in.
I only care about one thing. Will we be number one in crypto? Crypto has turned out, and that's...
Bro, like you see him say that, everyone sees him say, like it's no coincidence. Dude. This is no coincidence, man. This is no coincidence. It's just all these things line up in November like this beautifully. The legislation, the ETFs, Ripple swell, the Chainlink making moves. Everyone's making the most massive moves imaginable. We got rate cuts coming. We got the official handshaking with China coming. We got the Fed pumping rates, lowering rates. I don't know if I said that already. I'm getting excited, getting crazier. Getting 8:30 in the morning, daylight savings, brutal. Oh my God. All this stuff is about to kick off, and then he does a 60 minutes interview, and he hasn't done one in a long ass time, and he says that it's like getting a message out, dude.
I only care about one thing. Will we be number one in crypto? Crypto has turned out, and in that sense, I've been right. Crypto's turned out to be a massive industry, if you want to call it that. And I'm very proud to say that we are far and away ahead of China and everybody else. Now, China's getting into it very big right now.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I mean, they, like, even though they don't have the legislation, that's what I mean. Like, once they knew he got in and they're striking deals with this guy, like, then they started running. They start running because they have the go ahead, but not the go ahead. You know what I'm saying? But then when it's really on pen and paper and the banks have been positioning and the big players have been positioning this whole time, then they finally sign it. All right, now we can let the plebs in. Now we can let the plebs in. Dude, it's exactly what it is, like with the 401k allocations they're talking about. Possible tax advantages. We don't even talk about that anymore. I don't think that can be the case just because it's the government and they want their piece no matter what. But when they were floating the idea around, yet again, probably just to get the crypto people excited, just to screw us again, is the idea they kept floating about US-based cryptos could either have 0% tax gain or just a much better one to incentivize the US projects being dominant. And if that were the case, even if it was just a better tax advantage or some minor benefit, those are gonna blow up. That, like, the ones they keep floating around for the digital asset stockpile, I don't know. They're like slowly programming you for it, maybe. I don't know. I do believe in coincidences, but when there's a billion of them lined up after each other, at what point do you go, hey? Do you go, hey? Fucking insane, dude. What is this? The game of buying a house and getting rich is over. Oh my God, bro.